laser treatment with your lifestyle lift. That's right, a $950 value free with your lifestyle lift. Call
Sure you don't get choked?
Call Lifestyle Lift.
I'll be quiet.
Getting your business from point A to point B can be tricky. Sometimes what you need is extra working capital with leasing options.
The Checkman has a big news on deck tonight, starring the Beatles. Yeah. Next.
Pain, morning stiffness, and progression of joint damage. It's helped new RA patients and those not helped enough by other treatments.
Do not take Orencia with another biologic medicine for RA due to an increased risk of serious.
You're watching Lead the People with Gloria Allred. We're back with the case of Mildred Cooper, who's suing Franklin Meadows for a botched pet funeral.
Let's hear now from the defendant, Mr. Meadows. She gave me a call and wanted to set up this appointment to come and talk to me about pool, which is a half-breed pool in Cotton. And half-breed, is that, you said that the half-breed pool is not really valuable, is that what that's correct? When we bring
Who got scared?
It was Miss Kitty. She got up and jumped over here.
and we go to bury that pet, and we give them everything that's in that package, $1,500 package, and she's not forthcoming. We gave her
All right, well, let's hear what she's not forthcoming about.
first of all, we gave her a mahogany box.
Instead of a pine box.
Instead of a pine box.
And so that costs more for you to
That
provide a
costs more.
mahogany box than a pine box.
Absolutely.
Well, had she ordered a pine box? or
No,
a mahogany?
we gave it to her.
You're okay,
You
huh?
gave her a pine, but you
We
stepped
upgraded
it up, you
Yes.
upgraded it,
We
gave her
upgraded
mahogany?
Absolutely.
And why'd you do that? Out of the kindness of your heart? Just wondering.
Well, we like our referral, and
You thought maybe she'd give you some information?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you had your chance, now we have to give Mr. Meadows his chance.
yes, ma'am. We're a family-owned business. We've been in business for 10 years, and
Ow!
pet owners.
No, you hurt me. Go on.
That's not what we're here about specifically. What happened? Now let me just back up a little. You entered into a contract with the plaintiff to bury her pet poodle. Is that correct, Mr. Cotton? $1,500.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he was deceased?
Yes, ma'am.
You accepted him?
We sure did.
All right. What happened to Mr. Cotton? She says when she opened the casket, or you opened the casket, it wasn't Mr. Cotton, it was a black cat, not her beautiful white poodle.
Yes, this is true.
I do concede that.
We did make a minor mistake.
Minor?
Your Honor, basically what ended up happening was the night before, we had mahogany that we gave her for a casket. And so we had 2 mahogany caskets, and there was 2 ceremonies going on at the same time, and they were exact same package. So somehow we got
Were you
switched.
ever able to present her proof about where exactly Mr. Cotton was buried?
I'm
If
afraid
you
I
were?
wasn't wrong.
Judge Allred's verdict with Lead the People returns. Promotional consideration brought to you by
Attention all homeowners. Do you want help today?
Are you having difficulty making your mortgage payments? Do you have an adjustable rate set to adjust to a new rate? Do you want to lower your mortgage payments to an amount you can afford?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, call the Loan Modification Help Hotline now. We may be able to cut your mortgage payment in half and help to reduce your interest payment to as low as 1%. Find out what we can do for you today. The call is free. The consultation is free.
We were so worried about losing our home. Loan modification helped us to avoid foreclosure. Glad I made the call.
Homeowners, do not struggle another minute. Call the Loan Modification Help Hotline toll free. Discover how much we can reduce your mortgage payment. Act now. We may be able to cut your mortgage payment in half and help to reduce your interest payment to as low as 1%. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-959-6080.
You're watching Lead the People with Gloria Allred.
You did provide part of the service for money, signed a contract.
was ordered to pay $6,500.
This is an honest mistake. I shouldn't have to pay, for her damages.
I'm glad Judge Moore might be right. He needs to learn a lesson. Not always about his calm.
This has been a production of Entertainment.
There goes Dwayne's car. There goes Dwayne's house. And there goes
706-4823 or log on to settlementfunding.com. Tomorrow at 5, HLN Special Report with Vinnie Politan. Everything you want to know about the trials you'll be talking about. Tomorrow, 5 Eastern on HLN.
Garage Plus is the best solution for people that need extra space but don't want to rent or lease it.
A hobby outgrew my home. Garage Plus was the perfect solution. And the best part, I own my space. We bought ours because it's the only place our coach room would fit inside, and 24/7 security keeps it safe. I use it for
Jesus is first rat, so he's trying to figure out how to eat it.
Who's economy. More information is available at SeattleBusinessMag.com.
Fifth Avenue Theater is proud to present Saving Amy, the true story of Amy Semple McPherson, the first atmospheres at this restaurant.
It's my Greek and Italian restaurant. Steak, pasta, and seafood. As authentic as it gets. With a wood-fired pizzeria. Generous portions, homemade desserts, all easy on the wall. Pasta and salad specials daily. Tuesday, all you can eat. And every Thursday is ladies' night. So bring the family, friends, and make my Greek and Italian restaurant your restaurant. On Meridian, South New Jersey. Ask about discount movies.
Dr. Phil and the Anthonys, Part 3. Tough questions, point blank. Did George molest Casey? Did Cindy lie in court? What really happened to Kaylee? His bold questions, their stunning answers, and what their body language said. Were they telling the truth? And would they take Casey back after all the shocking recriminations, lies, and loss? And later, the sneak peek of what we can expect from Jermaine Jackson on the show Friday. His startling revelations about Michael, medication, and the trial of Dr. Conrad Murray. George and Cindy Anthony break their silence, and the nation just can't stop talking about it. From Cindy's unwavering support for Casey to George's tearful admission that Casey likely sedated his granddaughter. It's a Greek tragedy. It just will not. And that's my theory. Remember Zanny the Nanny theory? George, I think, adheres to my theory about the Xanax and then maybe the chloroform. Watch this tape.
George and Cindy Anthony appeared on TV to explain away the death and the disposal of their 2-year-old granddaughter, Kaylee. How deep are Casey's mental problems? That's such a hotly debated topic that even her parents don't agree.
Your theory is that she is a victim in this in some way.
Looking back now, I'm almost wondering if she didn't develop postpartum schizophrenia. There was never any signs that Casey was an unfit mother.
Grandfather George is not buying it, insisting her mom drugs Kaylee to death.
I believe that Casey or someone else that she was with possibly gave too much to Kaylee. She fell asleep and didn't wake up.
On day 3 of the Anthony's interview with Dr. Phil, they addressed the molestation allegation dropped on day 1 of their daughter's murder trial. Here's how it unfolded in that Orlando courtroom. Watch this.
This child, at 8 years old, learned to lie immediately. She could be 30.
By the way, if you, in the book you see, Todd comes over to say, what are you doing here? Now do we have to worry about you spying on us? I said, no, as long as I'm here, that's the one thing you don't have to worry about because I'm not that kind of person. And I'll tell you this, I gave him a blanket guarantee. I said, I will never put in my book or pass on to anyone else verbally anything that I might happen accidentally to observe or overhear from your side of the fence. So your privacy is totally protected. I promise you I'll put nothing about your side of the fence in my book. So it was a non-issue from the start.
Given the
and a possible damaging significance of the cocaine revelation, that is not sourced to anybody on the record. I mean, do you regret, given the furore that kind of material has already caused, do you regret that you didn't go with an on-the-record source for that? Would it have carried more weight?
The Palins have intimidated so many people for so long in the Wasilla area that it's very hard to find people willing to talk about them, even in inconsequential ways, on the record. They scare people, they threaten people. Even since the book has come out, I've gotten contacted by 2 of my named sources in the book who said they're now being told they better watch their backs.
Were you threatened?
Last summer, I was threatened over and over and over again by people who got my email address from a right-wing radio talk show host.
Anybody connected to the paper?
Nobody directly, but Sarah incited them.
Her mother, being Cindy's mother.
Meaning not Cindy herself, but the grandmother of Casey. Is that right?
Correct. When she confronted Casey, which we talked about that night of the 15th, that big fight that, you know, they just won't come out and admit, she started to talk about it a little bit. She said that she had let the last straw was when she learned that Casey was taking money from her mother, being Casey's grandmother.
And Rob, what is it you think that she needs to say or meant to say?
Well, she changed it twice, like I said. She doesn't want to talk about a fight of the night of the 15th. We keep bringing it up. There's no witnesses to it. Everybody won't talk about it. They talk about the incident happening the day of the 16th. 2 times, Cindy slipped.
So you think that the fight with Cindy had something to do with Casey's action? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, 100%. I believe that Casey left the house that night.
Okay. Now, Mark, let's take another look at Cindy as she reacts to Phil's molestation question. She seems to lose eye contact during the questioning. There she is. Now he's asking. She's looking at George. He asks the question. She has trouble even looking at George during that. Tell me about that.
Yes, this is a classic case of when someone literally wants to close down what it is that they're seeing or hearing. She drops, with the oculars there in the eyes, she drops down as if she's shading what's happening. Whenever we are talking about something that either we don't want to be true or that is untrue for us, we will literally close down our eyes, and you'll see if it's a prolonged close, it's such a strong, I can't believe it. That's right.
She does sort of look away here.
That's exactly right. What is consistent in Cindy's body language in terms of every time she hears something she doesn't want is she does deflected body language. She literally looks away.
You can't swallow it?
She'll tilt her head away as if deflecting.
I never did.
So like she's moving away, turning away. And I noticed also, you and I talked a little bit about this, that she's showing a good deal more contempt, not just towards George, it seems to kind of get spread around.
Yes.
She doesn't like the whole topic anymore.
What's happened so much is that Cindy is hearing so much that she doesn't want to hear, and she's so invested in the idea of Casey being innocent, being okay, that she is literally deflecting everything around her that she's hearing as if none of it's real. But the thing is, with self-deception, it's not so conscious as much as she's literally trying to